Okay.
I know my parents loved me, stand behind me, come what may. I know now that I'm ready, yeah. For I finally heard them say, it's a different world, ooh, than where you come
He said nothing is fresh is the best is. Whoever than himself he the best is impressive. I ain't rhyming any beat like Dante back in 96. Beat he in the streets earbuds. Fuck the beats and be cursing like a sailor. I so I will be writing grander. Those they give you remember the Titan tablet like Perseus. Uncle Tom was like a white man. Stay about his money. Let me in the ear like he Tyson. And I hear he laid that guy's feet up when he rap. Making the traffic stand still. They freeze when he say action. Small fraction might walk away simply cause of distraction. But always getting back. I think it's cause I'm so attracted. The attractions in my trapping. They'll over to the masters on my Oscar de la Renta dough. Get with the classics. It's on your downfall. Make a beat to go and match it. I take a seat and relax. Scratch the beat and keep rapping.
different world, ooh, than where you come, different world, ooh, than where you come, different world, ooh, than where you come from. The city is now, yeah.
A chef on the glass, work on the plate, show my ass. Got the skills to pay the bills, but expensive taste make waste haste to your face. And baby, take this crème fresh to your face. Whoa, not like that, gotta make sure it's seasoned right. You ever served 160 within a 300C? Humanity testing your sanity. After you dropping a hole, no like, no more fight. But to get that time, we must do the crime. After 12, we feel one. Say stories to tell about going through hell. How you almost fell, how you messed up that VIP's Cornell. This life in the kids, so you got a quick glimpse of what it means to hustle, bustle through our eye muscle. It's crazy, it's crazy. This profession's not for the lazy, cause it's a
Different world, ooh, than where you come, different world, ooh, than where you come, different world, ooh, than where you come from. The city is now, yeah.
I'm cutting this. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna cut the song tonight, folks. I'm cutting this song because I got a legend on the phone right now. I got a legend on the line, and we got to give him his respect. I know the song was fire. I don't know. I wasn't watching. He might have bopped his head about 7 times. But anyway, folks, tonight. I talked to him 7 months ago. It was a great conversation, but he had to make moves, and we had to cut it short. And plus, my computer sucked. So now my computer's better. It don't suck no more, and we gonna have a great conversation. So I would like to reintroduce the world to a man that's going to change the world for black boys and black men. King Randall. King Randall, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. How are you, sir?
I'm good, sir. How you doing?
I am wonderful because I am not at work right now. I am very, very well.
Understood. Yes, sir.
Yeah, yes, sir. So, speaking of work, let's just get right into it. Now, 7 months ago, we talked, and your initiative, the X for Boys, which I thoroughly support, was, I would say it was medium because you were starting your initiatives with the boys, with the book club and teaching them trades and things like this. But of course, you blew up. We were talking about the Roland Martin thing that really got you on the map with everybody else, and now here we are 7 months later, and you're damn near gonna soon to get a blue check. Very soon, they're gonna give it to you, but they might not give it to you because you know you're a conscious conservative, which is what we're gonna talk about tonight. So just update everyone on what's been going on the past 7 months, and maybe things that I have missed or other people have missed, and the floor is yours.
Absolutely. Well, originally, I think about 7 months ago, we were discussing a school that I had purchased or was trying to purchase from the local school system. And during that time, in this past 7 months, the deal went sour with the local school system. They were trying to put restrictions on the usage of the building that we were purchasing from them. They were trying to actually place these restrictions in the deed. And the deed would say that we could not have, well, we couldn't use the building if they weren't able to teach the curriculum. So that was an issue for me. But of course, we moved on from that. It did get a little ugly, but it was okay.
Uh-oh. YouTube, you're not gonna play with me tonight. Not
What,
tonight.
what's going on?
Don't YouTube trying to play with us tonight. We're
What
not gonna
happened?
do that. The brothers and the sisters need this information. You're not gonna freeze on me. Not tonight.
Understood. So, but yeah, so we purchased a new 40,000 square foot facility now, a basketball gym, etc. And we also have three other facilities we purchased on the south side of town, including the 40 acres of land purchase that we made back in March. So we have four buildings now, and we have a 40,000 square foot facility that's actually bigger than the school that we were trying to buy from the school system originally. But this ink is dry. We're looking at opening the fall of 2022. We're supposed to be open already, but the school system said they were going to try to throw something at us to throw us off. But we're going to go ahead and open in fall of 2022. So right now we're working on renovations for our school. I mean, things are going beautifully. We've been working with the kids still consistently, nonstop. We've still been doing different things with the boys, doing different activities, book clubs. They just harvested turkeys for Thanksgiving, learn how to grow their own food. I mean, we've been having a whole lot of fun with our boys. So, yeah, that's kind of like a little brief update of what we've been doing. So,
That's what's up. And me being part of the chef life, I respect the fact that you guys grew your own turkeys and you dressed them in. I can't say the S word here because Peter come after us. So
understood.
so
Yeah, no,
but
you say harvest.
harvest. Okay, for
Yeah, we
words.
harvested our
You know
turkey.
how words are these days. Harvest means the S word, and then I don't want them coming. I don't even think they would show up at Albany, Georgia. I don't think they want that smoke because it's mostly white liberals. But that's okay.
Oh, I
Shout out
think
to.
he froze
Sh-
again.
I froze. Oh no. We gonna work with it. We gonna work with it. It's
Okay.
okay. I know when you come on, they don't want this knowledge being passed out. So it's all good. But yes, so the boys club. Now, I will offer my services to you because I do cook. So if you guys need to do cooking demos or anything, let me know. I will come down there.
Yeah, that's what I
You don't got to pay
graduated
me.
college in. I graduated culinary arts. I was the
Okay,
first Black
that's what's
Georgia
up.
Restaurant Association Student of the Year in 2016. So
Nice.
yeah, culinary is like one of my strong suits. I was on the culinary team in high school and everything. So
That's what's up. So what's the signature dish of King Randall?
I don't have a signature dish, man.
You,
My signature dish is whatever somebody asks me to cook for them and they paying me. That's my
my man.
signature dish.
All right. You gotta have one. Everybody's gonna ask, especially the females. They gonna ask.
Oh yeah, well, it just see it depend on their style and what they look like, and how big or small they may be, or what they tongue may be like, where they from. People from Cali, like different food. People from Georgia like different food. Just depend on where they from. Who you're
Yeah.
talking to, the mood of the room. So plethora of different things you might have to cook for the setting. So, you know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, so let's continue with the X for Boys. So X for Boys. Now, do you envision this? I like to see this go worldwide. Honestly, I'm gonna wait for the pick of seeing you in Africa because we know that that's probably where that's where the ultimate is. Just see you walking around Africa, like, yeah, I'm about to open up a school in
Yeah, I
Africa.
definitely can't wait to visit there. I'll be going to London, the UK, I think December 7th. Yeah, we'll be going there in a few days, to go tour a school there.
Nice.
This black lady, her name is Catherine Beer Balsing, but she runs the best school in the UK. It's a free private school, and she is awesome. If you go Google the strictest teacher in the world, she pops up. So she's awesome. She has a beautiful program, beautiful lady. She's very nice, even though they try to give her all these bad monikers. She's an awesome lady. So yeah, we'll be going to tour her school in London. But yeah, I definitely can't wait to get to Africa one day. When the time comes, we'll be there.
Yes, sir. London, be careful, please, because the Unicron is out there now. Be careful.
Yep.
Please be careful. Please be careful. We
Understood.
need you. You one of the strong brothers we need. You one of the lieutenants we're gonna need out here on these streets. But yes, speaking of, let's continue with this school because yes, we're talking with King Randall. The xforboys.org. Donate to that, please. I've done it, and it's a great organization, and they don't like black men and black boys having things made tailored for them unless
Hmm.
it's us getting us cuts or clothes. That's it. But it's nice to have young brothers and brothers in general do things for black men.
Right.
So let's refresh people real fast before we go on. Now, again, you got on my radar due to, we're not gonna say his name because he kind of mad at me right now, but you did that interview, and thankfully everybody had common sense that day and said you
Yes.
were the man that day, and he needs to untie his ascot. But now that I saw you, I saw those pictures you had in Fort Lauderdale, and I know those made him upset. He was upset, but we're not going to talk about that.
Fort
But
Lauderdale.
yeah, when you went to that event in Fort Lauderdale a couple weeks ago.
Well, he had something to say about that.
No, no, no. But I know he said I don't watch his show, but I'm
Oh,
sure he
I thought
meant.
you were saying he said something.
No,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no.
I didn't
God,
hear
no,
about
no,
it.
no, 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 no.
Okay,
He's still trying to kiss up to the president. So nah.
understood.
I think after that he didn't want to smoke with you after that. But that event, just for those who don't follow you, just explain about that event that you went to. I forgot the name of it. You can.
Well, honestly,
The
I'm up here
Patriot
trying to think.
Awards. That's what it was. The
Okay,
Patriot Awards.
look,
Yes, the
I'm up here
Patriot
trying to
Awards.
think about where I was at. I'm like, where
See,
was
see,
I?
you so busy now that you can't remember where you've been.
Yeah, but dog, let me tell you something, man. I'm moving around so much, man. Like I'm in my hometown right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing the boys got their Christmas party tomorrow, but then the day after that, I got to fly to Buffalo, New York for an emergency trip. Then I got to fly right back to my hometown the next day. Like it's just a lot of
And
moving
then get
around.
ready to go to London. Yeah,
Yeah, London is Monday, so it's a lot of moving around, man. And
I
I
feel
honestly
you.
was trying to think of it, but yeah, the Patriot Awards, it's Fox News Patriot Awards. We went there to support Lawrence Jones. Lawrence Jones is one of the Fox News anchors, and he always tries to make sure he's highlighting Black voices on there. Did you lose me?
No, 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 no.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
just
Oh
changing
yeah,
the
but
screen
he's
around.
Gotcha. Yeah, but he's always highlighting Black voices and Black people that are actually doing work in the community. Because even though people are like, "Oh, Fox News is racist," I'm like, "Well, Lawrence Jones is a Black man who makes sure Black people who are doing good work go on Fox News and people can hear about us." So people will try to say, "Oh, you guys are selling out or something." I'm like, I don't have to sell out. They just ask me to come on. I just go on and tell them what I'm doing, and they like it. I'm like, "What
Facts.
you want me to do? Like, tell them they're not allowed to like what I'm doing." But hey, that's where we are. But yeah, that I had a blast there. I went to go meet him again, and I went to meet Mike Rowe because people have been wanting us to do work together for so long. So I got a chance to meet him, and he was able to find out about the work that I'm doing down in the city of Albany. And he wanted to partner, so I'm extremely happy about that. And he provides scholarships for children, etc. So I'm definitely excited about working with him and his organization. So it was all around just a networking event for me, and seeing Lawrence Jones, because he's always promoting us and what we're doing, and in our different cities. Because if it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be on the mainstream media. He tries to make sure that what we're doing gets pushed publicly all the time.
Cool. That's what's up. No selling out. No, you didn't sell out. Nah. I like what you're right. Every time somebody says Fox News, it's either you're a sellout or you're the C
But
word.
I went on.
Which
I told him all the time. I went on CNN too. Like I'm like,
yeah, but seeing
what's the
if
difference?
it's not CNN, it don't count.
Yeah, and I'm just like, bro, I done been on CNN, Fox. I've been to the All Black National Convention with Dr. Boyce Watkins. Then I went to CPAC. Like I'm gonna go everywhere somebody want to hear the message. If everybody want to hear it, then I'm gonna go give it everywhere. I'm like, if you truly believe in my message and what I'm giving, for these kids and stuff like that, you should want me to go to different places because people who watch Fox News don't get mad when I go on CNN. They be like, shoot, you need to go on CNN and tell the truth because they think
Facts.
CNN be lying. So they be like, you need to go on CNN. I'm like, so if you like what I'm teaching, why not want me to go on Fox News? That makes no sense. So I'm just like, you should want me to go in there and tell the truth, but it is what it is. People are going to be mad at you. You damn if you do, you damn if you don't. So whatever.
Facts. Breakfast Club ain't call y'all?
Nah, we've been reaching out to them. People have reached out to them in regards to having me on the show, but I think they probably just waiting on me to pop a little bit more. I mean, they'll bring me on whenever they bring me on. If they don't, they don't. I mean, it is what it is. So
They have no names on there though, and they get on. Like some of
yeah,
the videos I
sometimes
see,
I do be
I'm like,
like,
who is this person?
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, how did they get on here? Like, what is this? But
Yeah, it's
that's
fun.
neither here nor
I
there.
don't know. I don't know. I feel like they try to degrade your message a little bit, though.
Well, I wouldn't know. I mean, I know how to handle myself. I mean, the only person I'd be a little concerned with is Charlemagne and his line of questioning. But I mean, ain't really much to be upset about. I mean, I'm just teaching kids skill trades, teaching
Hmm.
them, how to be men, etc. I mean, they may ask questions about that or whatever, but I'm old school, traditional. I was raised by granddaddies and uncles and whatever. So I
Hmm.
mean, whatever questions they have about that, I'll pivot it back to the work that I'm doing every time. So.
Well, we all know it's funny that a black man can't change a tire in 2021. People find that funny as hell. I don't
And
get
but
it.
what's crazy is people try to reduce my work down to just that, and I'm just like, my work is just not the skill trades. I'm like, that's just like something I teach them, to get along through life. I'm like, but most of the things I'm teaching them are life lessons and habits that they can develop,
Exactly.
as young men to grow, and them being around me consistently and stuff. That's just how they grow, not me teaching them how to weld or none of that. I'm like, that's a bonus, that's a plus, but me actually trying to mold their minds is where the change is actually happening, because we're around them consistently, as much as we possibly can be, in their lives, because that's what they need. They need somebody to be around them consistently all the time. This is what they need. So
Yes, sir. And again, we're talking with King Randall of the X for Boys organization. Fun times. This is a great conversation. This is very therapeutic. I wish more people would hear this message, but black folk don't want to hear this because it's like, okay, what about
yeah,
the girls? Because I saw somebody
uh,
write that when I did
yeah,
my first interview with you. They're like, he didn't mention anything about the girls. I was like, number one, he had to go, so I
mm,
didn't get there yet, and number two, he literally says the X for boys.
literally, I've had some organization cancel a workshop I was doing in California because we weren't allowing girls. I'm just like, my organization is called the X for Boys. Like, I mean,
Exactly.
I
Where's
can't.
y'all sister circles at?
Yeah, I'm like, I can't beat them up and tell them they can't come. I mean, if they want to come, that's cool. But it's called the X for Boys. Like, it's for young men. It's plenty of girls organizations all over the country. Let boys
Hmm.
have something. I'm like, and secondly, I'm trying to create, young men, for these girls that they don't have to go learn how to change no oil because they got men to do it for them. So that's where I stand with that. But of course, they're promoting being independent and promoting single motherhood like it's the lottery or something, or that's something to look forward to now. They promoting you,
But the AAA is not does not mean you're independent.
yeah, and like these people out here promoting that women and girls, just go adopt a kid or go get artificially inseminated so they don't have to deal with a man and stuff. Like, I mean, it's absolutely absurd what they're trying to teach our kids, but they're promoting it like to no end, single motherhood and stuff. But that's where we are. So.
Yes, sir. So let's get into that. Actually, it's nice that you brought that up. So you're conscious conservatives. Shout out to Coach Felicia Killings because if I don't mention her, she probably gonna yell at me for this. Shout out to her.
She not
But
gonna yell at you. I'll call her and tell her to be quiet.
take her to Waffle House. That'll probably calm her down a little bit.
Oh yeah, she enjoyed Waffle House. Yeah.
I'm glad. I'm glad. That's good. But you touched on something just now. This with this current social political climate that we're in, and I kind of want to get your thoughts as being a black business owner and someone that's mentoring the next generation of black men coming into the world. Now we know there's a concerted effort to make sure that our voices are limited or dancing to somebody else's drum. They don't want a free thinking black man out there.
hmm
How do you feel your organization can somehow try to chip away at that essence of we're not I'm going to try to change the perception of black boys and black men coming up.
Well, I definitely think that's gonna change. With making a dent in the minds of young men. I'm just trying to create a multiple choice test for them in their lives, because most of the time they don't even get choice. They just get a question and they just got to answer it, and don't nobody's taught them nothing. Then give them a choice, nothing. So I'm trying to teach them and then give them multiple choices to be able to make in their lives instead of them thinking they only have one choice. So I think, teaching our young men, the different ways to go, how to take back their communities, how to, take care of their families, how to be in their communities and take care of it. I think that's extremely important because, these young men, I think, are what's going to change our communities. Young men are what's going to, make our communities better. And, buy these buildings, growing food, taking care of women and children. This is what's going to have to happen. I love, our women and I love our elders, etc. But it's going to take young men to go and take back these communities because young men are also the ones tearing them up. So we have to fix our young men, and get around them consistently as older black men, and get in their lives consistently. They need intervention, in their lives. If we're not giving them intervention, then they're not going to change. So they're definitely needing some intervention in their lives.
Lord knows Atlanta needs more able-bodied black men. Lord knows,
Yes, yes,
because it's I don't even want to say the word, but it's crazy up here. Because
yes.
yeah, there's too many independent women running around, and I see them on the side of the road, don't know how to change a flat tire. I want to help, but then I got things to do.
Yes,
But
they also are at a place where they don't even want to accept help, and I think that's an issue, as well. I think, but they just get this promoted this stuff all the time, even with on TV or on social media or what have you, all the time. It's just pushed on them that single motherhood is the way, being independent is the way. You don't need no man, etc. But you never hear a man say he don't need no woman. Like we need each other. That's extremely important. There's a balance. I'm never gonna say I'm not even a complete man without a woman. You definitely need a woman in your life.
yes, sir.
So I'm not even gonna be able to reach my full potential without a woman. But that's something that I was taught, but everybody ain't taught that. But that's what we got to get back to because boys also think that they don't need women and they don't need girls and they can just have sex and that's it. I'm just like, no, like you need a woman to become, your full self to be a whole man. But that's another conversation as well. But that's where we are.
Yes,
That
sir.
is where we are.
Okay. That's it. Amber Alert. Okay, that's wonderful. Okay. Again, we're talking with King Randall of the X for Boys organization. Now, conscious conservatism. I talked to Coach Felicia Killens. I have to call her coach because she will yell at me on Twitter if I do not call her coach. Now, what is your definition of conscious conservatism? Because I know, did she give you the ID badge yet? That's what I need to know
No, I fuss
before
at
you.
her all the time because she ain't christened me in.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I'm a conscious conservative because I
Mm-hmm.
because I said so. But yeah, I mean it's a set of laws that she teaches, and it's really the law of love, the law of life, and really it's just basic human principles, that I think all that is combined into is basic human principles, basic common sense, and that's what we're trying to conserve. It's like everything that's coming on nowadays on TV, social media, whatever is constantly trying to change things, but it's not for the better. It's like our community's conditions are declining and declining, and they keep tricking people into thinking that these changes are helping our community when they keep destroying them, and they got you fussing at the wrong people. And I
Mm.
think that's extremely important, for us to understand. But once you're a member, or not even just a member, but a follower of the conscious conservative movement, you'll understand how pro-black it is, and how much it helps, and how many people from other races even support the ideals that could actually help our communities. You just have to be willing to have these conversations. You have to be willing to go into these spaces where you may or may not be liked. You got to go in these spaces and teach and talk, because if you're able to help one or two people, then that's fine. But I think that's extremely important for us to understand, is we have to go in these spaces and talk to people, and not just shun people because it may be a predominantly white organization, or they may have said something. Like, just go, everybody. And I made this post a while back. Everybody black ain't my friend. Everybody white ain't trying to destroy me. And I'm just like, just maneuver accordingly. Use your discernment. Like everybody ain't out here trying to destroy you, and every person that got their fist up in the air in the Afro puff ain't your friend. So I'm just
Mm,
like you got to understand that because most of the people who tried to tear me down is the ones with their fist up in the Afro puff. So
that
that's where we at. But you have to use your discernment for yourself and learn on your own. Have your own mind.
that sucks. That's like the worst part of our community. Like, you would expect you doing something positive, but then you still got people like, listen, no, I'm not gonna help you, and I'm gonna write like nasty tweets about you and things like that. And I'm like,
Yeah,
why don't you go read a book? You got all that energy. Go learn something.
man. People have so much
Go
energy for
create an app that's gonna change the world. You got all that energy.
people have so much energy for the wrong things. I mean, people in my hometown, like earlier, I went and donated to this food drive because I had just got in town and I saw there was a food drive going on. They were trying to raise money, and they were trying to raise $13,000, and they only had 600. So I went and donated 5,000. And they
Nice.
posted it on the news or whatever like that, and then people was like, "Oh, you mean he donated money from people he been taken from, and he's so selfish and blah blah blah." I was just like, bro, like you can't do anything. Like you damned if you do, you
Dude,
damned if you don't.
yeah, it's
So
like,
I just
what am I
like
gonna do with the money they give it to me?
literally it's been within the hour. I'm like, the money is to help other people. I said, but secondly, you guys think that I'm not supposed to take a salary from the work that I do for with my nonprofit. Every nonprofit has employees and all of them get paid. Like no, they're
Exactly.
not volunteering their
No,
service.
but
I do
see,
this.
when they say nonprofit, that means all the money that you bring in is supposed to go right back out. Y'all supposed to be Jesus. That's what they expect.
Exactly, bro. And I'm just like, dude, I give my whole life to this. I've had kids living in my house. So they're like, oh, King said on the podcast he was going to try to pay off his house. I'm like, yeah, because I got these kids living at my house. Like they was
Yes.
living with me. I'm just like,
What
yeah,
y'all
I'm
want me
going
to
to
do
try to
for
pay
the
off my,
Yeah, no, you want to start paying rent.
yeah, what you want me to go sleep on the side of the road and take care of the kids? Like, come on, bro. Like, but yeah, I gotta take care of myself. What do you think? Like, of course I'm gonna use money
Yeah.
that I actually take from my salary and take care of myself. Like, what do you think? I worked for 2 years straight with our program with no money, broke, cutting hair and fixing cars, trying to support the program. And
Mm-hmm.
now that people support us and I'm able to take a salary, now it's an issue. And I'm still giving back to my community. I've been giving to the community. I hadn't even told people about it.
Yeah.
Even at our Christmas parade, I'm going to be doing a lot of giving there. Like I want to keep the money going around our communities, and that's how I get back. God, that's how God operates. You keep giving, you're gonna keep getting back. So I give all the time, just incessantly. Like I just give for no reason. I don't even care what it's for. If I see a reason to give, I'm just gonna give. That's what I do, and that's how we keep getting back. So that's what I believe in, man. Just the law of giving and receiving. I mean, you can't beat God giving. So the more I give, God gonna keep trying to outdo me every time. So I'm gonna keep on giving.
Facts. Okay, that's what's up. And we're here with King Randall again. All right, let's get a little serious.
Hmm.
I I don't know Southern Georgia like that. How far are you from Brunswick?
Maybe about. Oh, let me look actually, because I haven't taken that drive.
Mm.
Second.
Because I want to
Honestly,
I want to ask you about the Ahmaud
it's
Arbery thing because I know
it's
it was
three
a
it's
hot.
three it's 3 hours away from me.
Okay, so yeah, I want to ask you about that since that's Southern Georgia and you probably have a better pulse than me up here in Atlanta.
Hmm.
How did y'all feel down there about that? Like, what was the vibe down there? Because I know y'all had
Um,
Sharpton and Jesse show up, so you know how that go.
yeah, well, I mean, they're clearly guilty. I mean, it wasn't much for us to really ponder on in regards to the case. I'm just like, they were
Yeah.
completely guilty. I mean, was he somewhere he had no business? Yeah. But was he supposed to die because of that? No. Did he have every right to self defense? Yes, he did. So that's just, it is what it is. I don't try to, dwell on those things. I try to just do something positive to combat all negativity, that happens in our communities. I just try to continue doing something positive to combat that negativity. Things happen, and after things happen, there's nothing I can do to stop it because it happened already. So I always tell people all the time, we all have all our different parts to the body, and all of us play our different parts. And that's just not my area. I feel like I'm trying to help young black men before they die. That's my calling. I want to help them before they become a hashtag or before a video of them is put up. I want to make sure I'm intervening in their lives and caring before a bullet goes into their chest. So that's what I believe in. So sometimes I get annoyed because all this fake care happens every time somebody gets killed, and I'm like, well, where was the intervention and where were you people in his hometown when he was screaming he couldn't breathe since he was a kid? In these communities, metaphorically saying he can't breathe and nobody was there. You're just standing around recording like you did with George Floyd and didn't intervene and do anything. And so that's what I want to do. I want to make sure I'm intervening and removing that metaphorical need from the necks of these children who are claiming, and saying that they can't breathe.
Yes, sir. TWP Popcorn said we got to prep future presidents. Not everybody can be a president though. We need a lot of we need a lot of soldiers. We need a lot of 9 to 5ers. We need a lot of captains of industry. Not just presidents. Presidents are just CEOs of a country.
Yeah, I think he was just kind of alluding to just in general, training our replacements.
Yeah.
And that's something I wholeheartedly believe in. As
Maybe he
long as
meant
we train our
presidents of
replacements.
companies. Yeah, maybe he meant presidents of companies.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah, but let's keep going. Let's get back to having fun because thank God those white boys are gonna burn. Send them to an all black prison, God. Please, that would just be so nice. Just
That's
send them.
funny.
But knowing them, they'll send them out of state because they'll
High
send them to
profile case.
exactly. They'll probably send them to Utah or something. They'll
Yeah.
they'll they'll, they'll get no wine and snow. Eh, it is what it is. The hell
Yep.
with them. Anyway, let's keep going. So, I don't know. I know you're moving around a lot, so you probably didn't hear. But about 7 hours ago, old Stacey Abrams said she's gonna run again for governor.
I did hear it. I did hear it.
Oh, she's gonna hate me on January 1st when I drop my documentary on her. She's gonna hate me. I'm gonna be targeted, but that's fine. I want that smoke.
She is going to win if Brian Kemp does not reach out to Felicia.
Ooh, he said it. Okay, we're gonna have to talk about it then. So you're not giving Vernon Jones a chance.
Brandon Jones is going to get his butt whooped.
Mm. Is it because he's an art, or is
No,
it
it's
just
not
just?
because of that. No, he's going to lose.
Mm.
I don't like to try and I don't want to down talk anybody or anything like that. But I'm not getting into that. But he's going to lose by a landslide. But Brian Kemp needs to reach out to Felicia immediately. Or he's going to lose. He's going to get dragged. Like Stacey Abrams is going to landslide this, especially while Republicans and conservatives are really upset with Brian Kemp over the whole election thing. Is a bad timing for
Yeah,
him. If he
yeah.
don't, he really needs black voters. That's what he needs because the white folks is upset with him right now. He need black voters, and if he don't get black voters or does any real black outreach or whatever, brother's gonna lose. And he's gonna lose by a landslide. And I said it like a year ago. I was like, Stacey Abrams gonna run, and she is going to mop the floor with whoever it is. But she been putting in the work, and if Republicans don't want to put in the work, it is
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah. I did say that on my Civil War show back in January. I did say that down here in Georgia, y'all pissed them white people off with those Senate picks. So
Mhm.
they just looking for an excuse next year to screw up the system. So
Right.
yeah, I don't like Stacey. I just don't want her as governor. I don't like her.
Hey man, she's gonna win if Brian Kemp don't reach out to Felicia. He's supposed to schedule a meeting with she and I some time ago. We still been waiting on it to actually happen. So
Mm.
again, uh, if he does not reach out to her, he's going to lose. She has the blueprint,
You
and
think
she's
you
won.
think I
And
should do it? You think I should throw my hat in there, be that black man
hey,
that can beat her?
you call Felicia.
I might have to. I'm thinking about it. I've been thinking about running for like a house seat in 2024.
Understood.
I've been thinking about it because
Understood.
this is I don't like where this country's going right now. 'Cause I think there's a civil war. It's looming. And with
Civil War
with
is
this,
imminent.
yeah, I know, and there's gonna be something's gonna fracture. Something's gonna cause a fracture, and you, me, and we gonna have to pick a side. And I ain't trying to pick no side. I'm just trying to live my life. I got a
Well,
kid to worry about.
I'm having our men's march in April, and it's going to shake the state of Georgia.
I'm going to
Um,
be there. You send me the info. I will be down there. I will live
yeah,
stream it if you want.
we'll have a march in Albany, Georgia, in April. This march will be called the I Am a Man March. I did
Hmm.
it 2 years ago, and I had about 200 to 300 men show up from my local hometown
Cool.
to take back our cities. But my following is so diverse now that I know people from all walks of life will come to this march. So I know I'll have my super pro black RBG Nation of Islam guys, and I have my super Republican Trumpers, and it's going to be an interesting day. Well,
Yeah.
interesting 2 days. It'll be an interesting 2 days. We'll have panels, and I really want all of us to sit down for a second and realize that a lot of us don't really disagree as much as we think we do. It's just what media gives to us. The reason Fred Hampton was killed, Malcolm, Martin, all these guys got killed the moment they started rallying everybody against the government. They didn't mind if it was just black people, but the moment you said everybody versus government, then we had the issue.
Yes,
That's where
sir.
you had to issue it because everybody got the same problem and it's with the government. So what I plan to do is to bring all these men together from across the country, who may come to the march or whatever, and be black, white, Hispanic, or whatever, and develop some type of brotherhood starting there. And we will blast it all over social media. We will have black men and white men together, walking together, talking together, all of it, and we will blast it all over social media to the point where media cannot hide what happened that day. And once people are able to see, and we're sure it's going to go viral, once people are able to see what's going on with everybody being together, everybody holding hands, all these men claiming that they want to take back their communities, and we charge the government with division, we really gonna have some real progress once everybody sees that we're better together. And that's something I had to understand. But once they see that happen, it's going to be a shockwave, and I believe we can start that shockwave of unity across the United States right here in Albany, Georgia.
The, the small, the wars always start in the smallest towns.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. That's what I like to hear. I will definitely be there. If you need me to live stream it, if you need me to do a live podcast, I will do it.
Come on
You
through.
know what?
It'll
You
be
know
two.
what? That actually
It'll be
might be
two
kind of
days.
fire. That actually might be kind of fire. Me having this big old microphone around my chest, and
Yeah, it'll be
everybody
it'll
just
be
watching.
2 days. The first day we'll have all types of panels and workshops and vendors or whatever, and then the next day, we'll have the actual march. I mean, it's going to be a beautiful thing. It is going to be a beautiful thing, and I'm super excited about it.
Yeah, cool. All right, yeah, I'm definitely gonna be there. So again, we're talking with King Randall, folks, and this is a young brother who he ain't even touched 25 yet, and he's already shaking up the world. So support the brother. xforboys.org. Put money in this man's pocket. It's not just going to him; it's going to the future. Because I know some of y'all down here, y'all think he's scamming because he black and he got a nice smile. Y'all think he's scamming. I don't understand it. He ain't from Atlanta, so he don't scam. Anyway, enough about Atlanta. We're gonna leave Atlanta alone. I'm from New York, and this is my second
Man, you
city. I
gotta you
love
gotta
all
get off Atlanta, man. They ain't
but
that
Atlanta,
bad.
Atlanta, I love Atlanta, but you know, thank God Andre Dickens won because if Felicia Moore got in, I think the city would have been over.
Yeah,
At least
he seems to be a good brother. I'm
yeah, he
excited to
seems
see
to be a
what
little
they
bit
can
more
do.
moderate than the other chick.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I'm glad that worked out for the city. And I mean, I don't know what he's gonna do with the Buckhead situation. I'm glad I don't live in Fulton County. Thank God.
Hey
Um,
man, if Buckhead become his own place, Albany, not Albany, but Atlanta gonna be looking real funny.
oh yeah, but listen, I did that report yesterday. They're gonna lose about $14 million. Yeah,
Yeah, people gonna
yeah.
move there too. It's gonna be
Oh,
interesting.
oh well, we know 74% white people. Black people gonna be like, let me, how much of y'all ran over there?
Yep. 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 Absolutely.
Or they gonna go east.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna come. They gonna come this way. I'm like,
We'll see what happens. No doubt, we will
yes,
see what.
sir. Yes, sir. So again, folks, we're talking with King Randall of the X for Boys organization. You can follow him on New Emerging King on Instagram. Is that the same on Twitter, right?
Yep, all my social media handles are at New Emerging King.
Okay. Yeah, ladies, he don't have an OnlyFans, so don't ask. Ain't nobody trying to see that. Pause. But
Oh
anyway,
my God.
let's transition. Let's have some fun. Okay. So King Randall, you have a day off. What are you doing? I hope you're not fixing cars.
Nah, probably with Baby King
Baby
and
King.
brainstorming other ways for the boys to be successful.
Oh, so can't stop. Oh, so you did it. No, can't stop, won't stop.
I can't help it, man. I'm obsessed with my kids becoming successful, and the work I do is for my actual children too. So they have to grow up in this environment, and I'm trying to create a better environment for them. But while I have all the energy now, I'm just trying to go ahead and use it while my back don't hurt, while my knee ain't giving out, while my elbows still work. So by the time I turn 35, 40 years old, I mean, I can relax and sit back for a moment and still be working, but not have to work as hard as I am now.
Man,
I
you
just
could
want to
delegate it.
work. Hey, I want to work now and play later. So
Yeah, yeah. That's the move. All right. So, folks, again, xforboys.org. I know money tight right now, and I know the supply chain messing up your pocket, but even if it's $5,
even
help.
if you don't want to donate any money, I mean, people send all types of care packages. They send books. People send tools. People send words of encouragement. I mean, we don't just do monetary donations. And even if you want to come donate a service, like if you want to come teach the boys how to do something, please shoot us an email. We'll be love to welcome you to Albany and let you come teach the boys a workshop doing whatever. I mean, like I said, whatever type of donation is good. It doesn't have to be monetary every time. We want to make sure our kids are learning things too.
Cool. Yeah, just don't bring no critical pedagogy down there. You will get chased out.
Thank you for saying what it is.
Yes. No. Well, listen. I did my research. Thank you to the coach. I did my research
Hmm.
because I like
Yeah,
when I heard that word, I was like,
she will teach you. Yes,
yes,
she
sir.
will.
Yes, sir. I actually changed a couple people's minds on that. They actually are now saying critical pedagogy, and I was like,
Yeah, it's
ooh,
not critical race theory.
yes. Critical race
That's
theory
just
is the
that's just
trigger
a
word.
buzzword. Yeah, it's a
Yes,
buzz trigger word right now. So
yes, sir. All right, so we've covered the organization, we've covered the Patriot Awards, we've covered the fact that King Randall thinks Stacey Abrams is going to win until January 1st. When he's like, brother, I don't associate with this man, but on the backside, he's like, damn. But that's cool. You have done a lot for the community, even though most of the community will never appreciate it because they don't want to appreciate it. Because I'll just say this: what you're doing with this organization is what I preach about a lot on this show, and it's accountability. You're bringing young men into a realm where you're going out into this world and you got to understand that you're going to be held accountable for everything you do, from your breathing, from your decision you make, even crossing the street, the way you look at people. You're going to be
yeah.
held accountable because you're black. You're black.
Hmm.
We're born. We're held accountable for everything from our first yawn out the womb to our last breath
Yep.
before we hit the morgue table.
Hmm.
So it's nice to have that mindset for these young men so they know how to move in life, and
Right.
at least that way they don't have to have other people dictate how they move.
Hmm.
So I applaud you for that because accountability is a thing I stress a lot on this show because our people do not like taking accountability because taking accountability also comes with change, and we already know black people don't like to change. We're always reactive with our change. We're
Hmm.
never proactive with it unless it has something to do with love or whatever. But I
Right.
appreciate that about you because I know you don't outwardly say it, but you see it in your movements and what you do with these boys. You're also teaching them accountability, so now they know they're having it drummed in their head.
Right.
So yes, I appreciate that. And on that note, before we end, we have this thing we do on this podcast called 10 Random Questions. This is a personality quiz. And it helps the people understand who you are more. And, maybe there's Queen Randall somewhere. She might say, hey, come here. Or whatever. I don't know.
Oh
Or
my goodness.
more people. I don't know. More people might say, "Hey, that's a cool brother." Outside what he does, let me go see what he's about. So we ask our people, if they want to play the game. If they do, cool. If they don't, hey, we can just continue with the interview. But we always ask permission. Would you like to play 10 random questions?
It's totally fine.
Cool. All right, let's get it. I'm still undefeated, folks. Cool. All right. Now, these questions again, very they're not intrusive, so we're not gonna ask anything personal because that's
Mhm.
not cool. And I'd rather you not cuss me out. It's too late. It's too late.
Nah,
It's too late to
I
cuss me out.
yeah, I just hop off.
Yeah, there it is. All right. So, question number one. I always ask this question, and I hate the answer, but I have to ask it anyway. Are you Team Apple or Team Android?
Team both. I have both phones. I have an Android and I have Apple. I have a Galaxy and I also have the iPhone.
Now, which one do you have?
What do you mean? Like I
iPhone.
have both phones.
No,
I use
iPhone. Which
uh
version?
I got a 13.
Oh, you fancy. You fancy. All right, that's fine. I have both as well, so it's all good. But I
Yeah,
prefer
gotta
Android
have
because
both.
I can customize the hell out this phone. But
Yeah, Androids are very much. I mean, they both have their pros and cons. Like so many business people now got Apple, so I just had to have an iPhone, so I just got
right.
one just cause. But yeah, I mean, they both have their pros and cons with different things. But either way, they work together really well. So I don't see why people just don't get both whenever they're doing business.
Mm-hmm. Always get another line, folks. See this
Hmm.
line here? This
Always
line
have two
free.
phones.
This line is free, so it's all
Yep.
good. It's free forever, so it's all good. Okay, I know you're busy, but question number two: favorite TV show could be of all time.
Favorite TV show.
Yeah,
Uh
I know you're too busy to
oh,
turn.
Diners, Drive-ins, and Dives with Guy Fieri. That's my favorite show.
All right, all right. I see you. That's that dude is a little eccentric, no?
That I love Guy Fieri. He's so funny. He chill, man.
I prefer Iron Chef myself. The
Oh yeah,
Japanese version. The Japanese version,
yeah,
not
yeah,
yeah.
it's straight.
Yeah. Okay. Number three, go-to music genre.
Um, Go to probably like trap jazz, like with Masego, or pop rap, like Travis Scott. I
Did
mean,
you
I
just
listen to
say
Beethoven.
trap jazz?
Yeah, trap jazz. This is like Masego. I'm not sure if you know that artist, but Masego kind of made up that genre, call it trap jazz. Because it's it's really dope. You just have to listen to it.
I will look this up because
Yeah, but his
I kind of lost it when I heard trap gospel, and I was like,
Nah, trap jazz is really nice. He plays the saxophone and stuff, but yeah, Masego's really well. But yeah, then I like pop rap. I listen to Travis Scott. That's my favorite artist. Then Beethoven, I listen to him. I mean, I listen to opera. I mean, I listen to any genre. Honestly, I ain't really got no go to. Like it's just whatever I'm feeling when I get in the car that day. I mean, I listen to some heavy metal music. Who knows, or gospel music.
mm,
So
okay. Do you have the boys listening to opera too?
no, they don't. I mean, they don't. They don't
They're not
nah,
into it. They're not into it. Hey, they
nah.
said that makes you smarter.
I mean, I just listen to it I mean, I like it. And I mean,
Yeah.
it's pretty chill. Listening to Beethoven right on the road helps me think a little bit. I mean, it all helps out. Just good background music sets the tone and stuff like that. So,
Cool. All right. Cool. Favorite musician? I think you just answered that though.
yeah, Travis Scott. Now, if you want to talk about playing instruments, musician, probably
Yeah.
going to be
Or
21.
anyone. Anyone. It doesn't matter.
Okay, yeah. As far as singing musician, I say Travis Scott. As far as playing like an instrument, the drums or something like that, I would definitely say Tony Royster Jr. He plays the drums for Jay Z,
Yeah.
greatest drummer I know.
Cool. All right. Number five. You're at a table and you push a button. on the table, and from out of the shadows, one person comes through, and you get to speak to him for an hour, who would it be?
Dr. King.
Mm, okay. Dr. King. Dr. King. I think you're the second person that said that.
Hmm.
All right, that's what's up. Okay, now these 5 questions are tailored to you. So, number 6, what was your favorite achievement in life?
Um, I'll definitely say probably um, both my sons being born, Baby King and Baby King William. I mean, it's probably the greatest achievements I could think of. So,
Cool. All right. Yeah, it's usually our kids.
hmm
All right, number 7. Now, like I said, you've done a lot of events with the boys and things like that. What do you feel is the most important aspect of X for Boys that you could articulate to someone?
um, probably the brotherhood that the boys are creating amongst each other. They're never going to forget each other to the day they die.
Cool.
And that's something I'm extremely proud of. They don't pay any attention now, but they're developing so many tight brotherhoods. I mean, it's beautiful to see them, interacting with each other, fighting and arguing, but then loving each other, etc. Just them being brothers. I love it. So definitely, I think that's one of the most important things. Them having people that they can rely on as they get older.
Cool. Cool. Brotherhood is what's up. Okay, number 8. One event you would like to be a part of?
What event?
Yeah. Like if there was something that you say, I want to get there one day.
I always wanted to go to a Travis Scott concert.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, he actually allows some of his fans to perform with him sometimes. So that's like
Hmm.
one of my dreams. I mean, I've had an opportunity to meet him before, but a few times actually. My manager, he manages Hovain Hilton. Hovain Hilton is very good friends with Sycamore, who is Travis Scott's
Yeah.
manager. I mean, they could have set up a FaceTime or anything really easy, but I told him I only want to meet him on some mutual respect. Like I want him
Right.
to want to meet me too. So I
Right.
don't want to just be a fan. So I'm
Yeah.
just gonna wait until I'm doing good enough work to where he want to see me too. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Respect to that. Respect to that. Okay, number 9. Number 9. I guess I can ask this question. What do you feel? This is what is the most for you? What is the most important part of the engine that boys should learn? Oh, well, not engine. Most important part of the car that all men should understand how to fix.
changing your oil, changing your
Change it.
brakes, the basics.
Yeah, the basics.
If you
I just
change
need
the
to know.
basics, if you change the basics, I mean your car gonna be straight. But usually once you're not taking care of the basic stuff, that's when major stuff start happening. So
Yeah,
probably want to take care of the basic stuff like washer fluid and your battery and
the
like changing your oil,
brake
brake
fluid,
fluid.
power
Yeah,
steering
that,
fluid.
that that little basic stuff right there. As long as you're taking care of the basics and topping your fluids off and all that, your car will be fine.
Yeah, that's yeah, it's so. Do you understand? I've seen so many dudes that don't even know where the windshield wiper fluid goes.
Yeah, so
Or
good.
I did see this, and you might get a kick out of this. So one day I'm driving, and I said, "Let me go to the auto store." I didn't pick up some radiator fluid,
Hmm.
so I buy it. I come outside. So this guy was like, "Hey, yo, you know how to put this in?" He's asking me how to put in radiator fluid. I was like,
Hmm.
I was like, "Yeah, just give me like 5, give me like 2 minutes. Let me put this in the car."
Hmm.
I put it in the car. I open the trunk. As I'm setting the bottle in there, I just hear this blood curdling scream. I turn to my right, past the trunk. Do you know this fool went and opened up the radiator cap?
Oh no, Jesus.
Now,
Uh,
mind you, I did that before, and this is when I didn't know about cars, because I had this old Celica,
I
and
I never
it,
did it because it says on the top caution. Yeah.
yeah, I know. Again, I was dumb, but I had my car was like, I think the radiator was like overheating, so I
Mm-hmm.
pushed it because Google told me if you twist it a little bit, you'll let the steam out.
Yeah, all
Stupid
right.
me exploded, and I got caught. But luckily it was snowing, so I just put my hands in the snow. I was good. But
Mm-hmm.
yeah, this fool got hot radiator fluid all over himself. And then everybody came out, helped him out. And he was like, I don't know what happened. I was like, dude, come in. I was like, you should put it right there,
Mm.
and where the bottle is. I was like, never open that. He's like,
Never.
oh man, you know what? I should just waited for you. I was like, nigga, I told you 2 minutes. Just give me 2 minutes. But
Mm-hmm.
black men, we we,
We
we
gotta do
don't
it.
like to
It's
listen.
just like my baby boy. I mean, he'll
Yeah,
beat me up if he can't do it himself. Like put his own shirt on, put his own
yeah,
shoes on, gonna
yeah.
pour his own juice. If you don't let him do it, he will cut up. No, I want to do it. I want to
Mm.
do it. So that's
Yeah.
just in our nature, I guess.
Kids. Love them,
Hmm.
but sometimes you just want to kick them one time. But I'm not advocating violence against kids, so defacts don't come after me. It's just a joke. All right, last question. One tip you can give up and coming activists or young men that let's ask it like this. One tip you would give young black boys or young black men who are trying to find their way in life, because when we're 20, between 15 and 25, we don't know what we want to do unless we've had that strong father figure in the house, and we know a lot of us didn't have that. I mean, luckily I did, and you with your two sons, they'll have a strong father figure. But for those who don't have it, what is one piece of advice you could give them how to navigate through life in those tumultuous, unknown years?
Find your work ethic before you find your purpose.
Say that again for the folks in the back.
Find your work ethic before you find your purpose. So before you get that purpose, or before you find out or trying to figure out what it is that you're here to do, you need to be giving 110% to whatever it is that you're doing already. Then God will grant you your purpose.
All right, that's what's up. And folks, that was. Thank you to King Randall for that. So we are officially done with this interview, and I would love to thank King Randall for coming on.
I
This
appreciate you.
was,
Yes, sir.
yes, sir. This is great. It's live now. Maybe I'll do a little edit. I'll put the old one up there so people can have a nice little timeline of what's going on. Now, before we go, just let everybody know where they can find you and where they can bring their hand-me-downs. Make sure they're clean. Please don't send no dirty hand-me-downs because I've seen some of that before. If you got cans, do not bring your cans back from 2017. Please don't do that. Check the dates, please, because most cans only last about 4 years, 4 to 5 years. Check your cans. And if you are going to donate your time, don't do it for clout. Do it because you really want to do it. This man does not want to see
Hey,
you just
hey,
like,
man, look,
hey, I'm,
I
I,
don't mind. I don't mind if they want clout as long as my kids come down. If you come down here and teach my kids some good stuff,
that's what I'm saying.
I'll give you
Yeah,
all the press you want. You want pictures, I'll give you pictures. You want videos, we'll do videos for you. As long as my kids are learning what they need to learn, hey, get all the
exactly.
clout you need. Do your thing.
Exactly. But yeah, but just let everybody know where they can find you.
You can follow me at New Emerging King on all social media platforms. Our website is thexforboys.org. That's THE, the letter X, FORBOYS.org. You can go there, see all our pictures, our videos, see how to contact us, and also see how to donate. Our mailing address is on there. So if you want to send care packages or whatever, it'll be on the xforboys.org. Everything you need to know is on that website.
Cool. All right. And y'all know how I give it up. Uh, Instagram, Kid Gravity Beyond or Beyond Borders Podcast. I must give out the Twitter handle, even though they're changing the rules and it's a cesspool. It's Chef Boyardee, CHEF I'm also on Locals at Kid Gravity because, sometimes YouTube want to be funny. So we're going to have to do the really, really extensive interviews over there and the subject matter that they can't change over there. And, also, like I said, follow King Randall, Coach Felicia Killings. If you need to know about critical pedagogy or you just need to know how to move as a conscious conservative, And yes, folks, this has been the end. I want to thank this brother once again. I know it's late, but bless him for giving me the time. And yes, folks, take care, stay safe. Just because the little gnome said so, that has glasses and swears up and down he's the greatest scientist of all time, wear your 3 masks to get your supplies out here. And just remember, I know times are tough now, but if you do need to learn trades, there's YouTube, there's King Randall, there's here, especially if you need to learn how to dress a turkey. Go to King Randall. King Randall has he just knows. Or go to one of the boys. Let one of the boys learn. We got to learn from everybody. But everybody, yes, enjoy the rest of your night. Peace.